Hello everyone, welcome to Audible Wisdom. Protect your eyes with your ears. I hope you enjoy listening to books.
Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor who lived from 121 to 180 AD. Despite being an emperor, Aurelius became historically recognized for his contributions to philosophy, in particular Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that emphasizes individual morality and self-improvement. In his famous work, Meditations, Aurelius shared his personal reflections on various aspects of life, providing insights into his daily life and practices. Aurelius believed that each day was an opportunity to live life to the fullest. He recognizes the brevity of life and encourages people to make the most of every moment. His daily life, as outlined in his personal writings, offers valuable insights into achieving personal growth, inner peace, and fulfillment. These works have been a source of inspiration for many who want to improve their lives and make every day the best day possible. In this video, we'll discuss 6 ways to make every day the best day of your life. By following Marcus Aurelius' routine and implementing his practices, we can strive to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius said, "First, make the most of your mornings. If you can't get out of bed, say to yourself, I have to go to work. I was brought into this world as a human being. If I have to do what I was born to do, what can I complain about? Curled up under a blanket to keep warm, is that why I was created?" In his meditation, Aurelius confessed his struggle to get out of bed in the morning. He had an inner conversation. He reminded himself that everything in nature is constantly at work. From plants to birds to bees, all are fulfilling their innate purpose, contributing to the world. And as human beings, we have a responsibility to do the same, regardless of our social status. Aurelius believed that beginning each day with a structured routine could help a person achieve productive focus and emotional stability, and fulfill his or her obligations without violating the natural order of things. His morning routine consisted of 4 steps. These steps are still relevant in our modern world. 1. Appreciate your life. The first step in Aurelius' morning routine was to appreciate the blessings in his life. He believed that taking time to reflect on what he was grateful for would help him maintain a positive outlook on life. Aurelius realized that life is short and that we should appreciate every moment in the world right now. We can practice gratitude by taking a few minutes each morning to think about what we're grateful for. This will help us get a good night's sleep and develop the ability to spend time with our loved ones. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, we can start the day on a positive note and set the tone for a productive day. Second, visualize negative situations. Visualize the worst-case scenarios and mentally prepare for them. Aurelius believed that by preparing for the worst, he could better appreciate the good in life and avoid being overwhelmed by negativity in difficult situations. In our modern world, negative imagery can help us prepare for challenges and adversity. By mentally preparing for the worst, we can better cope with the unexpected and reduce anxiety and stress. This approach can also help us appreciate the good things in life and avoid taking things for granted. Third, voluntary difficulties. Voluntary difficulties involve deliberately exposing ourselves to discomfort and challenge in order to build resilience and self-discipline. Aurelius believed that by embracing hardship, he could become stronger and better prepared to face adversity. We can practice voluntary hardship by accepting challenges. These challenges push us out of our comfort zone. It can be as simple as taking a cold shower or waking up early to exercise. By accepting challenges, we can build resilience and self-discipline. This can help us succeed in all areas of our lives. 4. Begin your most important task of the day. The fourth and final step in Aurelius' morning routine was to begin his most important task of the day. Aurelius recognized that early morning was the most productive and focused time of the day. He believed that by tackling the most important task of the day first, he could ensure that it would be accomplished efficiently and effectively. Second, stay focused. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, concentrate like a Roman, like a man, every minute of every day. Do what is before you with true seriousness, gently, willingly, justly. Aurelius recognizes that distractions and interruptions are a natural part of life, but he encouraged people to develop the ability to focus on the task at hand. In the face of these challenges, he encouraged individuals to approach each task with dedication and seriousness, to focus on the task at hand with precision and genuine commitment every minute of every day. By doing so, one can avoid being distracted by unnecessary thoughts or worries and achieve greater productivity and success. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere, and it's easy to get distracted by short-term pleasures and entertainment. From social media notifications and emails to the constant bombardment of information and entertainment, our minds are constantly being pulled in different directions. To overcome this challenge, it's important to develop the discipline and focus needed to concentrate on what really matters. This can be achieved through a variety of strategies. For example, make a to-do list for the day and prioritize tasks according to their importance. This will help you focus on the most important tasks and avoid being distracted by less important ones. Once you've prioritized your tasks, you can set specific, achievable goals for each task and focus on one of them. This will help you stay motivated and avoid getting overwhelmed. You can turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and create a quiet environment to minimize distractions. Throughout the process, try to stay fully immersed in the present moment. Be aware of your thoughts and feelings. If you become distracted, gently bring your attention back to the task at hand. By practicing these techniques, you can develop a sense of dedication and seriousness. According to Marcus Aurelius, this is necessary to stay focused on the task at hand. Third, control your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius tells us that you have the power to control your thoughts, not external events. Recognize this, and you will find power. Aurelius himself used meditation to control his thoughts. It was basically his way of controlling his thoughts. In his book Meditation, we read something like this: "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, be careful not to have thoughts that are not in accordance with virtue, reason, and nature." In essence, these are the words of a man who wrote these words to remind himself to be vigilant about his thoughts. Learning to harness the power of the mind is the key. We can think of the mind as a chaotic and powerful dragon. It can either consume us or be controlled by us. It's not just a matter of running away from it or obeying it. The best option is to learn to tame the dragon, to bring order to it, and to harness its power through positive thought training. Bad thoughts can lead to negative thoughts, stress, anxiety, depression, and self-destructive behavior. In addition, we may miss out on experiencing the simple pleasures of life and making meaningful connections with others. This is harmful because we're all social by nature. According to Stoicism, mindfulness training is one of life's priorities. By focusing on the present moment and letting go of distractions and worries, we can learn to be more present in our daily lives. We can learn to make more conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy and achieve a deeper sense of purpose. Cultivating mindfulness can take many forms. It includes focusing on your breath, keeping a journal to record your thoughts and daily activities, and incorporating exercises such as yoga, tai chi, or dance to focus your thoughts and promote relaxation. Engaging in artistic activities such as painting, writing, or music can also help. The ultimate goal of all these exercises is to achieve a level of positive thinking, so that you can better control your thoughts and emotions. And through the practice of mindfulness, you can gain deeper insights into yourself. We can become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, identify the triggers that lead to unhealthy behaviors, and develop healthier coping mechanisms to deal with them. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, positive thinking can help you identify the momentary thought or feeling of the urge to smoke and acknowledge it without taking action. You can observe the thought, acknowledge it, and let it go rather than getting caught up in it and giving in to the urge. Positive thinking can also help you identify triggers that lead to smoking, such as stress or social situations, and develop healthier coping mechanisms to deal with them. By taking responsibility for your thoughts and working to correct them, you can overcome your addiction and live a healthier, happier life. Fourth, accept your fate and love it. According to Marcus Aurelius, accept wholeheartedly what fate has bound you to and believe in the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control refers to the way we distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. There are many things in life that we cannot control, such as the weather, traffic problems, or the behavior of others. What we can control, however, are our thoughts, words, and actions. By focusing on the things we can control and letting go of the things we can't, we can reduce our stress and anxiety levels and increase our sense of empowerment. For example, if you're going on a date and you're nervous, you can focus on the things that you can control. You can choose what to wear, how to style your hair, and what to say. You can control your thoughts and emotions by turning your nervousness into excitement and focusing on having a good time. On the other hand, you can't control how the other person feels about you. If they find you attractive or interesting, or if they want to see you again. By accepting this lack of control, you can let go of your expectations and simply enjoy the experience. Whatever happens, we should accept and embrace our fate. This means that we shouldn't just accept the things we can't control, we should actively love them as part of our destiny. By embracing our destiny, we can find peace and fulfillment in the present, rather than worrying about the future or regretting the past. For example, if you experience rejection on a date, you can choose to accept it as part of your destiny. You can choose to see the rejection as a learning experience instead of wallowing in feelings of disappointment or failure. You can reflect on the things you can control, such as improving your communication skills or expanding your social circle, and take positive steps to improve yourself. Take responsibility for your own growth by embracing your destiny. You can find meaning and purpose in your experiences. In conclusion, learning the dichotomies of control can have a significant impact on our lives. If we use them correctly, by focusing our attention on the things we can control, we can take positive action to achieve our goals and live a more fulfilling life. At the same time, by accepting and embracing external events as part of our destiny, we can find peace and fulfillment in the present. It's important to remember, while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. By learning these principles, we can live in peace even in the face of adversity. Fifth, review your day. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "These are the qualities of the rational soul: self-knowledge, self-examination, and self-determination. He reaps what he sows, he succeeds in his purpose." In his book of Meditations, Marcus Aurelius recommended a method known as reviewing the day as a means of self-reflection and self-improvement. This practice involves taking a few minutes at the end of each day to reflect on your behavior, thoughts, and feelings throughout the day and to identify areas where you can act more ethically. Reviewing your day is an effective way to gain greater self-awareness and cultivate a more reflective and purposeful lifestyle. You can take a few minutes each evening to reflect on your day and ask yourself some open-ended questions. For example, you might ask yourself, did I do a good job today? Could I have done better? How did I interact with others today? What emotions did I feel today, and how did I deal with them? Was my behavior today consistent with my values? After answering these questions, take a few minutes to reflect on your answers and see where you could have behaved more ethically or where you could have been more effective, or where you could have handled the situation more effectively. Also, be honest with yourself and be compassionate and understanding. For example, let's say you had a disagreement with a coworker at work during the day that you felt you didn't handle well. As you reflect at night, you might think that this is an area where you could have behaved more ethically. You might make a commitment to handle future disagreements more calmly and objectively, and to listen more actively to your coworker's point of view. By implementing these actions over the next few days, you can improve your communication skills and strengthen your working relationships through daily reflection. Sixth, practice the remembrance of death. We'll end with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. He said, "Don't act as if you're going to live 10,000 years. As long as you live, death hangs over you. And if it is in your power, be kind." According to Aurelius, death is as important as birth. He believed that we should recognize the inevitability of death and appreciate the value of life in the light of that recognition. He often contemplated death in his works, but never in a pessimistic way. Remembering that you are going to die is a celebration of life. This phrase comes from ancient Rome. It was used to remind military leaders to make the most of their time in power and to avoid excessive pride, greed, and ambition. According to ancient Roman tradition, a victorious general had to be accompanied by a slave as he marched through the streets. The slave's sole purpose was to remind him that his victory was not permanent. The slave would whisper in the general's ear, "Memorial of death," reminding him that his own death would come in time. It's a reminder of the fleeting nature of life, an encouragement to cherish every moment and live with purpose. The idea is to make a meaningful impact on the world, not to waste precious time on things that don't matter. For Marcus Aurelius, the fear should not be of death, but of never having begun to live. However, in today's fast-paced and constantly connected world, it is easy to forget the inevitability of death and the importance of living each day to the fullest. People often get caught up in the mundane details of daily life and forget to take time to reflect and appreciate what they have. Their focus is often on material possessions and success rather than living a full and meaningful life. By incorporating the principles of death remembrance into our lives, we can cultivate a more purposeful and fulfilling existence. An existence that is not driven by fear of death, but rather a celebration of life. To cultivate this attitude, you can meditate on your death every day. Find a quiet place where you can sit comfortably without distraction. Then close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Relax your mind and body. Think about the inevitability of death. You will die one day. Try to imagine yourself on your deathbed and think about the feelings and thoughts you might have at that moment. Think about how short life is. Think about how precious every moment is. Think about all the things you'd regret if you died tomorrow. For example, imagine you're in your 30s and you're obsessed with climbing the corporate ladder. You begin to meditate on your own mortality. You come to terms with the brevity of life and reevaluate your priorities. You now realize that success and material wealth are not the key to happiness. Having realized this, you have decided to take a step back from your career. You've decided to take a step back from your career and embrace new experiences, including marriage and fatherhood. You believe this will bring new meaning to your life. By practicing meditation on death, you have learned to live in the present and prioritize the things that really matter, such as love, family, and personal growth. This shift in perspective has given you a new sense of purpose and fulfillment. The contemplation of death has now opened the door for you. Use this contemplation as motivation to live by your values and priorities and to make the most of the time you have. Repeat this exercise for a few minutes each day. Over time, you will find it easier to accept the reality of death and live in the present moment with greater awareness and intention. Remember, this practice is not meant to be morbid or depressing. It's a way to cultivate a deeper appreciation for life and a greater sense of purpose and meaning. Memento mori is essentially a calling. Let's live life to the fullest and face death with a joyful smile. Meditating on your death every day can help you have better days and bring perspective and appreciation to the present. For Aurelius, death was the ultimate spiritual freedom. So thinking about death in a way that promotes a meaningful life is spiritually liberating. If you like this video, please give me a like and forward it to a friend who needs it. Help them find success and happiness. Thank you for watching.